Richard Williams, and I'm in the Netherlands team, and I'm going to do a short comedy monologue called Piano Falling from the Sky. Well, it's something I wrote way back in 2002, so it's quite an old piece. It's a performance monologue. It's meant to be comedy. Whether or not anyone will laugh is yet to be seen.
Richard Williams of the Netherlands team, and he's going to be treating us to a monologue. So, a big hand for Richard, please.
I'm falling from the sky at a considerable velocity. Below me, unsurprisingly, is the ground. Above me, a cargo plane, with its hull wide open, shrinks rapidly from view. I'd like to say I have a parachute, but I'm not even sure they make parachutes for pianos. The ground below me is covered with a dense forest. I wonder if it might break my fall. If I had a nose, I would snort at that ridiculous glimmer of hope. No, I'm likely to be shattered and spread over a fair-sized radius. I don't fear death, after all I'm a piano. I may be a sentient piano, but I'm still a piano and therefore I'm not alive in the first place, so I can't die. Still, smashed into a million pieces doesn't sound too appealing. Seeing as this is the last time I'll ever play anything, I try and think of a suitable piece to finally play. Beethoven, Mozart, Robert Miles. Now he did some jaunty tunes. I tapped my deepest C key a couple of times. I'm undecided. The ground is rushing up to meet me. I don't think patience is one of its virtues. I managed to play the first notes of Chopsticks before I impact the ground with an almighty clang. Oh dear, I'm out of tune. So, how exactly did I come to be in this predicament? Well, it's not exactly a long story, as I've only been around for a few years. To put it short, I was built a cheap piano made of fake wood, which has always annoyed me because my reverberance leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, if you're going to make this piano intelligent, wouldn't you at least make a good grand piano, or perhaps a state-of-the-art electronic keyboard? There we go, losing my track again. I was bought after a couple of months by mail order by a middle-class family trying to find a niche in their upper-class friends' circle. Without enough grand to afford a grand, excuse the pun, they settled for me and had their 9-year-old daughter begin piano lessons immediately. Admittedly, she was not very good. One night, after having fouled another melody resulting in her proclamations of her hatred of me, I decided she might be chained by a suitable tune. Unfortunately, it did not have the desired effect, and after screaming, she left the room abruptly. She returned shortly later with both parents and demanded a repeat performance. Somewhat confused, I replied. I wish I hadn't. What followed was a rather stressful time for me. They say music is the universal language. However, despite my attempts to communicate, I was dismantled and reassembled several times, and was even visited by an exorcist. And I do not like holy water. The climax to all these unpleasantries was, of course, my unceremonious ejection from a cargo plane. Why they felt strongly enough to dispose me in this fashion, I will never understand. I'm quite sure I hit something before I hit the ground. My suspicions are confirmed, as a most unwashed Australian is pulling a slightly pureed body from under my wreckage. This grisly sight becomes even more disturbing as the hairy boot peels off the clothing of the unfortunate landing zone and puts them on himself. Such a sight I have not seen since they sent the African shaman to examine me. Fortunately, I have not seen the African or the Australian since. Nowadays, the majority of me makes up a religious shrine in a small, midget Ewok village. Quaker folk. I may never be able to play music again, but at least I'm appreciated.